could go blind from
Yes. I read about it. Is that true?
No.
It's not true.
It's not.
Okay.
I was gonna say I should have been blind a long time ago.
Let me drop some knowledge on you real quick.
I was just playing.
But
Hey, what's up, good people? It's the man you all know and love, E Digger. Make sure you check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
Period.
the real.
You right.
That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right.
And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio
Check out this
show.
flashback of the Artist Exchange radio show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Joining us right now is Mr. Antonio Long. He was one of our first See Baltimore artists. That tour is actually under construction, and we're doing some revamping and making sure the foundation is solid.
Yes.
So we haven't forgotten about it. So December we kind of took a pause, and we'll be back up and running in January. My mind is gone. Food. I need food. If you're in the downtown Baltimore area and you have a cheeseburger in your hand, definitely stop past the studio. Give me a call and let me know where you are, and I'll meet you wherever you are. But Antonio Long is joining us in the building. He's a singer, inspirational, not necessarily gospel, not necessarily R&B, but encompass of both of them.
Yeah.
So let us know a little bit about who you are, what you do.
Singer, writer, recording artist, and I just like to make good music.
There we go.
From Baltimore.
So possibly we'll hear a little bit of it live if he's not afraid, because we throw people under the bus.
Yeah.
Talent wise.
No doubt.
On this show. We got to see if you got the chops to sink or swim.
Okay.
We do it. We don't hold back here. We don't hold back here. But we'll definitely try to hear from him a couple more segments. So let us know about your music. So do you have an EP coming out, or is it one in the making?
I just released the EP actually October 28th.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's called Life.
Life.
Yeah.
So what was it like making that?
It was fun. This is my first it's 8 songs on the project.
Okay.
So it's kind of a little more lengthy than your typical EP. But I put out a mixtape last year, but this is my first official project.
Okay.
Everything else has been singles. So
So you're singing your own music now?
I'm singing my own music.
Did you write it?
All original music. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was fun. The creative process was fun. I worked with Junior Lee.
Okay.
With Faith Junkie Productions. He's based out of Delaware.
Okay.
And it was fun. I was going up there. 2-3 times.
It was business because it's your money on the line.
Definitely.
Right.
No major labels.
Yeah, no doubt. It was fun. It gave me. It's more work than what I expected. Honestly, because
you're doing a bunch of different. You're writing and the performer in it, so that's 2 big jobs right there.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year, Mark!
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and everything else we missed.
2018. New year, New and improved show. Same host, same squad. Hey, it's just a bit outside. I am your host, Kescia, and of course, across from me, my first mate, my man Mark, in the building.
Let's do this journey.
Yeah. Yo, we've been on break, and this is our first show of the year. Feels kind of crazy to be back in the studio.
After the holiday hiatus.
Hey, Eric, I missed you, dude. Well, over the holiday, you took it over to the west. You went out west. Went home.
Arizona, Tucson, AZ.
Yeah.
Campus of the University of Arizona. Check some stuff out. Actually, I sent you some pics. Maybe I'll find it and put it up on the show page. But not too long before I went out there, some engineering students at the University of Arizona, they carved a carbonite Han Solo, and they attached it to a place on campus, and it was like a scavenger hunt going looking for it. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. You know, I was all over that. With the Force.
Yeah.
So, did you enjoy your time out there? Family, of course.
Family. Had a blast.
Yeah.
The day before we came back, we were wearing shorts, and my son was out on the bumper boats getting wet. So, you know, 80 degrees. Can't beat that.
That's how you do the holidays.
And then we came back, it was like 20.
Yeah, bomb cyclone. What is it called? Is it the bomb cyclone?
Bomb cyclone.
Yeah.
Something, yeah.
I don't know, man. This cold is... I don't even know.
It's been below freezing since we got back. We got back on the 30th, and they said it's been below freezing since then.
I hate
until
it.
Today.
I seriously hate it. Like, yo, I can't even deal. Okay, you guys, let's get to it. We got a awesome show lined up for you guys tonight. Of course, we're going to be talking Ravens. Lord help us, we're going to be talking Ravens. We're going to be talking NFL playoffs. We have a special guest. You know, we got to kick the 2018 off, right? Yes, we have the Davon Fleming, contestant of NBC's show The Voice, coming back to kick it with us, talk about his experience on the show, and what it was like to be on Ravens field.
Yeah.
Sing the national anthem. So we're very excited about that.
You know, I think aside from the Thanksgiving show, this is our first repeat guest.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. And it's just like, yo, he's come such a long way since that show.
Yeah, he's everywhere, it seems.
Yeah, it's really cool. I can't wait to chop it up with him. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're also going to talk a little bit basketball, of course. I mean, we heavy into the NBA season now. You know, things are starting to shape out, and there's lots to talk about with that. And we got a big game tonight. Championship game.
Championship Monday.
Yeah, it's like the SEC Cup.
And those SEC fans are like...
Are they douchebags? You know, they are. They really are. Because, I mean, like, yo, they deserve it, too. Because all they do is win. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn. With the exception of Clemson, you know, shout out to Clemson. It's just like, you know, and I'm all for the Tide. You know, I think the Tide's going to roll all over that ass tonight. But we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's start the show off. You ready?
Yeah.
To do this. All right. Let's kick it off with our first hometown hero of 2018. Mark, what you got for us?
We got a pretty amazing story.
Yes.
And we are going to try to work and get him on the show hopefully soon. But like we said, it's been freezing cold here, below freezing since the 30th. School's been closed. Most schools have been closed, I guess. Leading up to like last week, schools were still in session until like the bomb cyclone hit, and it got down to like ridiculously 8 degrees or 5 degrees. But students were still going to school early last week. And there's a former NFL player, local guy, His name is Aaron Mabin. He played linebacker in the NFL. He went to Mount Hebron High School in Ellicott City.
Mount Hebron.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
And so obviously local guy. He went to Penn State, was an All-American there. Drafted by the Bills, played a couple years in the Jets. And now he's an art teacher in a Baltimore City school, which is that's awesome. That's amazing.
Yes, Aaron Mabin. What?
So he goes on social media last week and posts a video. And the video is him and his students, elementary age students. It's not like a high school or middle school. It's elementary kids bundled up in their jackets and their coats. And he asks something like, how's it feeling here? Something like that. And the kids were like very, 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 very cold. Baltimore City schools, they're neglecting some buildings. And today I noticed that they did have some schools closed. But he told BaltimoreBrew.com, how would your kids concentrate if you sent them to school in a refrigerator for 8 hours? With failing lighting, 2 classes in 1 room. We tried our best as educators. They tried their best as scholars, but they are dealing with a lot already. And how are they supposed to learn in the dark and in the cold? He later tweeted, while we sit back and blame others, our kids are freezing now. Someone has to fight for them. He then set up a GoFundMe page to raise money for 660 space heaters, as well as hats, gloves, socks, coats. His initial goal was $20,000. He's raised over $76,000 as of now.
Gosh, the last time I checked, it was like 52.
Really?
Yeah, so that is absolutely amazing. And shout out to that brother, man, because, making that a national issue,
and everyone's picking it up. SB Nation, ESPN, everyone.
Right. The story that I actually read was that quoted the 52K was SB Nation. Okay. So, they must have been, closely following, Aaron's progress, which I think is, is fantastic. I mean, many believe that, this heating issue in the schools, even though it says Baltimore City, this is a national type of issue. Some believe that, maybe some higher ups should have been contacted.
Oh, yeah.
And for him to give that the national platform to use his star status, if you will, to do some good, especially when, it's not just the students, it's the faculty, it's the teachers as well. I mean, shout out to the teachers, because Lord knows you would not have had, I'm telling you, class would have been dismissed like a mug. I'm telling you, man. So, definitely shout out to that brother for calling attention to the issue and doing some good, not only in his school, but across the board.
Exactly.
Which is the great thing, man. Aaron Mabin, you are our hometown hero for the week, dog. Please come on our show. All right, let's keep it moving. What do we got next on the menu? Yes, juicy, the juice, the WTF moment of the week. And I think this is big. I question, I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I question the validity of this whole thing, but it's going on.
I was going to ask, are you coming on board yet, or are you still...
I ain't on board yet, damn it. I'm going to find out what goes on after this game this weekend. But we are talking about the New England Patriots, trouble in paradise. We got like a lover's triangle, what do you call that? Patriots triangle, if you will, of hateration in this dancery.
Shit's getting real up in there, if you look at the stories.
Yeah, shots fired. That's what we do. So let's shed a little light on what's going on up north.
Tom Brady, he's not shy about wanting to play into his 40s. He says he could play.
I'm sorry.
Hey, he's 40 and he's...
I know, man. You do that.
Like the best.
Go for it.
he has this trusted advisor, Alex Guerrero, who he came in as like a trainer and stuff, and he was helping with Brady personally.
Yep.
And he's kind of grown, got Brady's confidence. He's on Brady's very tight inner circle. Brady is seen as a loner and a quiet person. So this Alex Guerrero is seen as someone that has a lot of influence on Brady. Tom Brady for a long time was just content with playing games and winning championships and didn't want to do much other than that. And Guerrero convinced him to write a book and open these TB12 clinics. So a lot of people think that he has that influence over Brady. Brady, like I said, wants to play into his 40s. Belichick is a smart coach, no matter how much we hate to say it. And he's had a couple of quarterbacks that he saw as the follow-up to Brady. And
he was... now, correct me if I'm wrong, when in my little bit of research and whatnot, he was actually a fan of Garoppolo?
Who?
Belichick.
Yeah, he saw Garoppolo as the last piece of his legacy. Like, you know, Tom Brady would obviously roll off in the sunset, and Garoppolo
2.0.
Yeah. And apparently there's been a lot of dissension in the locker room where players feel indebted to go to the TB12 clinics instead of the Patriots' own trainers and facilities.
Woo!
I don't know if you read it, but Garoppolo, 2016, he got a couple of starts when Brady was out. Garoppolo got injured in the second game with a shoulder injury. He set up an appointment at TB12. He later told Patriot staffers that when he arrived, the door was locked. He knocked, nobody was there. He called TB12 trainers, but nobody answered. He couldn't believe it. Garoppolo told the staffers, and that night ended up visiting team trainers instead. Guerrero denied ever refusing to see any player, and Garoppolo was eventually treated at TB12 2 weeks later.
That I did not read. Yo!
Right?
What the hell?
Like, Garoppolo, like I said, he was the heir apparent to Brady. Belichick was eyeing him.
You know what that was all about.
So in September, Belichick, I guess he had a conversation with Brady.
Yeah.
And trying to get this Guerrero guy tampered down a little bit.
Yep.
Let's see. He eventually told Guerrero that, you know, he can see the players at TB12, but he's not even welcome at Patriot Stadium anymore because he's not a staff member.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
So he's definitely trying to distance Guerrero from the organization.
Meanwhile, okay, that was a lot for just one little corner of the triangle.
Right.
Let's flip that joker to the other side with Bill Belichick. Okay, so there's some rumblings going on around that Belichick might be interested in a head coaching job with the New York Giants. God bless him.
I have not heard that one yet.
Yes, because one, he's kind of has ties with them because I believe he was on the squad's staff when they won the Super Bowls.
Oh, like in the 80s?
Yeah.
Early 90s? Okay.
And, you know, they're saying he has an affinity for them. And he's tired of the Robert Kraft bullshit. And then, like you said, you know, trying to look towards the future. Now, you know, I don't necessarily know if the Giants is a team you want to, I mean, they...
Well, next year he should have a healthy, what's his name?
OBJ.
OBJ, yeah.
Yeah, Odell. But, you know, like, that's very interesting. So, we will see how this thing shakes out over the next couple of weeks, man. And I'm telling you, if I just cannot see this triangle breaking up.
That's more craziness, is Belichick's actually coaching his coordinators on interviews. And he's never done that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on there. Me personally, I think I'm a conspiracy theorist. I feel like they just stirring up the pot for everybody to take their eye off the prize so they can cruise through the playoffs. But we're going to see how this thing goes. Hey, how we doing on time? It's that time. All right. Hey, when we come back, we talking NCAA. Championships. Just a bit outside.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
I had got drunk one night. This is the night that I put my head through the window and everything. So.
Why would you do that?
Now, I was sitting on the floor.
All these stories always involve alcohol.
They do. I was sitting on the floor, and my drink of choice back then was vodka and orange juice.
Ooh,
it's still my drink of choice, but I don't drink it as much.
I was a 151 kid, straight up.
I love vodka, especially when it was
that rubbing alcohol.
Hot, you know.
What brand?
Back then I was hooked on Absolute.
That was the best at the time.
And Pinnacle was like number 2 and stuff like that.
Because they didn't have what's the new one that came out? Yeah, what was the new one?
Ciroc, vodka, and
no, the other one. Who is real smooth? New Amsterdam. New Amsterdam came out, and it was so.
And Grey Goose. Grey Goose was out at that time too.
See, I didn't drink. I told you 151. That was my.
Yeah, Grey Goose vodka was one of the ones because I love the bottle.
Because you can light it on
fire. The bottle was hot. It was that shaded, that shaved glass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was sitting on the floor, and we was talking about something. I don't even remember what we were talking about. All I know is I would bust out laughing. I got ching, ling, 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 glass everywhere. I wouldn't cut it all though. I had to.
Because you had your bun.
Actually, I didn't. I didn't have any hair back then.
Ooh.
I don't remember. I don't think I did.
And you ain't cut your hair?
Nope. I was just fine. I was like, oh, your glass broke, and it was winter, dead of winter.
Check more of these funny moments out when you tune into BeExposedRadio.com. Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
I don't like stuff in my mouth. Is that what you was talking about?
It's in this commercial closing.
No, seriously, I don't. I'm a germaphobe. Everything on your body is dirty.
Everything.
So I'm damn sure I ain't gonna put it in my mouth. That's probably why I'm single. Thank you.
Since you've been listening this far, we're gonna throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
Hey everybody, this is your girl, the one and only Thick Cows. Check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Are you getting your kids this hoverboard thing that's taking over the country? They range from $300 to $600. They're blowing up. And then I mean literally blowing up. That one video, I thought that was going to be the one and only video that I saw in reference to it, and it wasn't. Now I could probably tell you about 10 to 15 videos of this happening where this battery gets super, super hot and burns like holes into your tennis shoes.
Oh my.
And I know you would be pissed if you was wearing Jordans and you just paid all that money, you know, your lights are off. And
especially if they're from China.
Your lights off.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on Be Exposed Radio.
Check out this flashback from Talk Lately with Monty only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. What's going on with you?
All is well. I was just talking. I heard you talking about the climate and everything. So what do you think is like signs of the time?
Yeah, it could be.
No, it's not signs. I don't believe God is a woman. She ain't coming back no time soon. She's taking her time.
I like your thinking. She's a woman.
Say it again.
I said I like your thinking. She's a woman. She's smart.
Yeah, she's a woman. Women will take their time.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back. You're tuned in to Be Exposed Radio. As we started to say at the end of last year, the award-winning Be Exposed Radio.
Hell yeah.
Just About Outside radio show. You're tuning in on Facebook, on YouTube, TuneIn, and radio loyalty apps. Every Monday, 7 to 9. Having a good old time.
So you did the whole thing. Hey, yo, share the show. You know, I gotta throw that out there. Share the joint.
Share the link, share the love.
Share the love. Sharing is caring and all that good stuff.
And if you want to talk to us, give us a call, 410-702-5657. We want to hear what you have to say. And we're going to be talking about some college football. So if you want to give us some predictions or talk about the game, shout us out.
Yes, as we said earlier in the show, we have basically the SEC Bowl going down tonight, the NCAA Championships. It's going down at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in Atlanta.
Are they calling it Superdome?
I think so.
Wow.
Hey, Atlanta friends, is it the Superdome or is it just the Mercedes-Benz Dome or what? I mean, it should be the Superdome because that joint is beautiful.
Yeah, it's sweet.
That
Halo board.
Yeah, man. And yo, shout out to Mercedes-Benz because don't they have another?
That's the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans.
New Orleans, okay.
That's the Superdome. And then the Mercedes-Benz, would it be Stadium?
Atlanta Dome, I don't know. Falcon Dome, Dirty Bird Dome. I don't know, but shout out to Mercedes-Benz for pimping the NFL, man. It's crazy.
Yep.
Does anybody else have two stadiums?
I don't think so.
I don't
as
think
far as
so,
sponsors.
man. Yeah. It's crazy. So, okay, so right, back to the game. We got Bama, Alabama, Roll Tide taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. And I think this is going to be a good game, yo. You know, you got two. I think so. I mean, we got two pretty decent squads. You know, Alabama has reputation, man. I mean, they are known for this. This is what they do. And a Georgia squad that's kind of crept up in there and is ready to fight.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So who do you... What type of... Well, first, what aspects of the game interest you the most?
The most, period, point blank, the running game.
Yeah, okay.
You have
okay.
2,000-yard producers on Georgia. One of the best running games in all of college football for the season. But then on the other side, you have Alabama, who has one of the best rushing defenses. So you have this staunch defensive run defense, and you have this highly producing offensive rushing game of Georgia. If Georgia can get that running game going, if they can get some big plays, that is what I'm looking for, so that they can get the win or keep it close. If Bama can stop the run, I think it's gonna be a long night for Georgia.
Think so?
Yeah.
All right, so you're interested in the run game. I'm kind of interested in that quarterback comparison. You know, I guess I would say I'm an Alabama fan. I really, I don't really have any loyalties when it comes to college football, but I do follow them.
Yeah.
I do follow them, and Alabama's quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the kids, I believe he's a good quarterback. Okay. There's a little bit of speculation out there, you know, as to if this kid should even be a starter, which I think is it's just crazy because, you know, like, even though his numbers aren't pass heavy or what you would typically see with a quarterback, but there are a couple of things about him that I like. You know what I'm saying? Quarterback has 25 touchdowns. You know, he's played the whole season through one interception.
Yep.
Quarterback is efficient. is hell. And you know what? Give me an efficient quarterback any day over, a flashy, pass heavy, quarterback. Give me a guy that gets the job done.
The college game, a lot of times it's about the system. So is he a system quarterback, you think? Or is he thriving because of the system? Or is he a good quarterback?
Now, see, this is a couple of other points I just wanted to make. This is Alabama's 6th championship in the past 9 seasons. They have lost multiple offensive coordinators. Yeah. I mean, they are, it's kind of like Duke basketball and Coach K, you know what I'm saying? Or Pop with San Antonio. Shit, damn. All right, look, who you got? Who you got for tonight, really quickly?
The betting man, I go Bama, but I'm going to go Georgia 33-31.
I'm going Bama 27-16. I feel like that's my shit. Yeah, Bama, roll tide. We'll be right back with Davon, yo. He's in the building.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. With Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Goddess Exchange?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Even as a comedian, if I say a joke and it just might not fit your cup of tea, but it's mine, that's what a comedian is supposed to do.
But people forget
everybody's not going to find your jokes funny. They better find mine funny.
But they forget that, though. They really forget that. They forget that but it's your view. That's why they didn't fire her.
Yeah.
Because her viewpoint is controversial.
Her view. That's the view she sees.
Right.
Everybody is clear to her.
Like they did their reaction to
cellophane.
They did the reaction to the Chris Rock Oscar, and they were talking about Stacey Dash, and I don't think she agrees with Stacey Dash, but she pointed her out as somebody who has an opinion that is just different from everybody else's.
Her opinion is just stupid, though. Stacey Dash she's like a dash. Let's just move on.
I think she's intelligent, but her
You're still going.
opinion.
We're gonna move on. Stacey Dash doesn't need to be talked about. She's irrelevant.
You said her name like 3 times already.
She's irrelevant.
I said it once.
Dash. ... So, I couldn't have meant that more. She is so irrelevant. I'm not even gonna say her name. But we're here every Tuesday, and we talk about
everybody,
people just
check
like
out what
that
you
at
missed
7
on the
p.m.
one and only Be Inspired radio show.
Now, here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. Here's what I want to tell you. Still, fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I'm saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and Z, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out. Or you become numb. That's a good point, Nate. Nate said, or you become numb to it, like you just don't care. So we need you to just continue to be in touch with what's going on, but educate your family, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, because it's not just limited to men.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Short.
There you go. Welcome back.
And yes, yo, look who it is. Look what we have in the building. Back. He is back.
There's like a Backstreet Back right joke in there somewhere, right?
Yes! Yes! Yo, we have Davon, the Davon Fleming in the building right now. Be Exposed Radio Studios. Davon, what is popping, baby?
Everything. Listen, I told y'all when I was here last time, we are officially family, and whenever y'all need me back, it was on and popping.
Yes!
So now that this show is over, I got mad stuff to even tell y'all. Like, I'm ready. What y'all want to know? Like, I'm ready to give it all.
Are you contractually obligated to say certain things, like, or is everything open?
The show is open. Everything is open.
Oh, wow.
This is good. This is good. First and foremost.
Can I just say, I wish I had a 10th of this man's style.
Oh,
right. My man is
well, let me get it. Hold on, swag. Swag. Shout out to Tyler Marcel for this little piece right here.
Hey,
Swag,
shout out. Shout out. Looking fly. Looking fly. Definitely. Davon, let me first, thank you for, representing Baltimore. I mean, like, man, really doing the damn thing, man. When we had you in October, Mark and I was like, oh, we know he's going all the way.
Yeah.
And you did just that, and you did it proper, man. You did it proper.
Thank you.
I got to give you your props on that, man. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go ahead and admit this online, live, like, yo.
She said it, not me. I already know what's coming. Go ahead. Everybody will say the same thing.
I don't know. I might be different, but I listen to I Am Changing every
really?
day.
Oh, my God. That is crazy.
That performance to me was like one of the best, no, I'm going to say it, the best live performances that I've ever seen. Like, oh my God.
That
like,
was a pivotal moment. And I felt it. Like, that was, I think, the transcending moment of, like, okay, I'm here. Mm-hmm. My position is solidified in this show. Like, this is the moment. Like, yeah, if you didn't, like, know rock with me at that point from, like, a viewer standpoint, I feel like that was the performance where you had to, no matter what it was, you had to rock with me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There we go. There we go. Now that the show's over, this is a question I've been wondering ever since The Voice first came on, because like they do these nice little video packages where you're talking with the coaches and everything. What's the involvement of the coaches? Because I always think like they show you coming into a room and like next to a piano and they're talking about what you've been practicing throughout the week.
Yeah.
Are they there with you throughout the week?
We see them a few times in a week.
Okay.
A lot of stuff, no matter what you do, like my main thing going to make the relationship. So even still, whereas though we're talking, during the show, but I have the relationship whereas though if I just need to ask a quick little question, I can email you, whatever like that. So we have enough time with them, but because it's still a competition, it has to be done, fairly and properly. Because I ain't gonna lie, I mean, if I know somebody else is spending like extra time with their person, I'm gonna speak up, hey now, it's a competition. So, it's done, it pretty much make the most of the time you have.
There you go.
While you're there, yeah.
Let me ask you a quick question. You spend a lot of time with the other contestants. Mm-hmm. Was there any one contestant in particular that you formed a bond with, or that you enjoy cutting up with?
Yes.
Okay, please shout them out.
Shout out Kescia Renee, my babe. Like, that's the one. We went home together. If you don't know Kescia Renee, who is doing everything in country music right now. Like, she's everything. Be on the lookout for Kescia Renee, Chris Weaver, Megan McNeil, and Janice Freeman. Like, those are my homies in real life. When I tell you, like, we pray together, we eat together, we cut up together, we move together. Squad. Yeah. I mean, of course, everybody, I will say that we were fortunate whereas though everybody, there wasn't a competition feel like it. We didn't make it feel like a competition. Everybody came into the situation with your own gift, with your own talent, whether you were comfortable and content in that. And if you weren't, that's something that you got to deal with. But everybody, you really do. But I tell people all the time, especially now, being through it. Yeah. The person I entered this competition, a completely different person I left out, but it was for the good. Whereas I've seen people literally come in this competition and change for the worse. Mm-hmm. If you don't know who you are coming into this business, most likely you're going to end up being somebody else by the time it's over with. So you have to be confident in who you are and know who you are. So of course with some people you do see the change, but we were lucky enough whereas though it wasn't made to feel like a competition because everybody was really family oriented. Then we was around each other for like a year. Right. You guys only see it for like a few months, but we've been kicking it since February 25th.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get some tea. Offline. Yes. When we go offline.
Yeah.
Every year after the seasons, it seems like The Voice does a tour. Were you going to be part of that?
Yes.
Well, the thing, that's how this works. I mean, realistically, they go based upon who they feel like. Even if you were in the blinds and they feel like that you would be an adjustment, I mean, a great addition to the show.
I didn't know that.
But
I didn't either.
At the same time, they know from a vocal standpoint, hey, I was one of the vocalists. No, get it. Realistically, you understand.
Yes.
I knew everything. It wasn't strategic, but I was very smart in the decisions I made because I understood and understood that it was a TV show. Whereas though you're coming in, a lot of people coming in thinking is, you know, of course, this is me the chance to follow my dreams, which it is, but at the same time, these people have a job, and their jobs are to get great ratings, or to make a great show. So from my standpoint, my job was just to sing my butt off every week, make these connections, and get this platform. So that's what I did. I said, with Jennifer on my side, and I'm singing down from a vocal standpoint.
Yes.
I'm in here, you know.
Yes.
But once the top 12, we got top 12, and it's the world started, it becomes less about vocals and more about a popularity contest, which is okay. It's no shade, but because by this point you've built up your fan base and everything like that, so it's out of the judges' hands. So you have to really take. It's no longer in the judges' hand. Your dreams and your goals and aspirations are in America's hands.
Yeah.
And it's not based upon vocals. So you got to come into the situation knowing that this is what you're facing. This is what you're choosing to deal with.
Well said. Well said.
I'm going to go off the script a little bit here. I thought about you over this weekend. I was watching.
You call me.
I caught a replay of a new voice competition on a different channel. I don't know.
The 4.
Yeah.
And there was a dude, Saeed.
He's amazing. I've already been up. I'm on it.
I thought about you because he came out singing a Whitney Houston song.
He stole my style.
And,
I love you, sir.
And throughout your season on The Voice, they kept on saying how hard Whitney is to sing and everything. And he was phenomenal.
He was amazing. Now, I would say I will never be biased when it comes, because unlike a lot of artists, I know how to support people because, like I said, I'm comfortable in what I do and what it is that I bring. I feel like he was amazing. Vocally, I feel like his spirit was nice and everything like that, but at the same time, it is hard and difficult to do a Whitney song.
Yeah.
Whereas though but from a music standpoint, he took the key down further, you know, made it comfortable for a male. For him and our voices are similar, whereas we have nice, broad ranges to be males. However, a female range is way more broader. So we can sing the song and perfect it in our register, but at the same time, you got to make it comfortable. So it is difficult to sing even without melodies and riffs, or, you know, just how to basic sing the song straight. But keys and stuff, that's a whole different thing. That's the hard part. It's very difficult, but to have males sing it and do it effectively and be successful at it is fearful. He's one of the few people I've heard actually execute that song.
Yeah.
I give it to him. I take my head off.
Awesome.
Not today because I'm looking rough under it. But, you know.
Let me ask you, going back to The Voice, what performance was your favorite during the season?
I got pictures one. I think I got like 2 or 3.
Okay, let's do
order.
Yeah. Okay, let's do in order.
Okay.
Top 3. That's great.
Okay, so the number one all-time favorite performance will probably have to be I Am Changing, just because that was the pivotal moment. That was just everything for me.
Agreed.
Like, for me, even still, my personal life, I did this competition for, of course, we all want the music industry to follow our dreams, but however, I came into this situation looking for longevity, which is stability, which is my bank account needs to be fat. I need to be working after this show. I need to build these connections, longevity.
Right.
So, but that song, it just seemed like I was changing a lot in my life with this experience, and then I had a lot of personal stuff going on, and then people assume because they see you on TV every week, they know who you are, and then everybody has their hand out for stuff. So it's kind of like, aside from the show, I'm dealing with everything. It's a lot happening, and people, I still have to be pleasant. I still have a job to do, which is come on this stage every Monday and Tuesday, and you guys don't know half of what's happening behind the scenes, but as an artist, as a brand, I have to always be happy, jolly, which is fine. That's my personality anyway, and I know how to cope under pressure. But however, this situation was something completely different because I had never been through this before. If you want to be an artist, hey, if you want to do art, then be sure it's something that you want to do. I mean, I'm securing it, but it's really hard work. It's tiring, but you get a lot of it if you do it right and keep your integrity and stay who you are, because that's what's going to make the difference. Yeah, and I think I did that. So I'm Changing was the first one. Gravity.
Woo!
Gravity was it for me.
Yes.
Personally. I mean, by this time I had got tired. I didn't get tired of I'm Changing, but just like, okay, I'm hype off of that, but I need another moment like I'm Changing.
We were texting back and forth during that performance.
I was like, he killed it.
And to be perfectly honest, I knew that was my last performance on the show.
Really?
So the week before being in the bottom, when I did Aretha Franklin song, Ain't No Way.
Yeah.
Even that was just like I was fighting for. Those are my 3 favorite performances, as a matter of fact. I love Whitney Down, but I would say in order, I'm Changing, Aretha Franklin, Ain't No Way, because I was in the bottom. I felt like I shouldn't have been, but everything happens. But from a vocal standpoint, I shouldn't have been. But by this point, it's America's choice, so you have no say so. You kind of just gotta bite the bullet, sing your butt off, and pray that they keep you. And that's what I did. I think in that performance, after watching it, I literally looked like I was fighting for my position. So to go from that into Gravity, because I knew I was going home, I said, this is what I want my backdrop to look like. I already knew. I want instruments in the ceiling. I want to play on this Gravity. I want my backgrounds to sound like this. I want to look like this. By this time, I knew what I wanted to do. I've grown so much as an artist. I knew what I wanted, and if this is the last time that America is going to see me, they're going to see me look amazing, and they're going to hear me sing better than I ever did before. And they're going to know that I not only sing, but I arrange, I style, I do everything. Because in my mind, that was the last time I was going to be in the show, and it was the last time.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Wow. Is there a single most exciting, memorable moment that came out of this experience? Not necessarily on the show itself, during, before, after.
There's a multitude of things. Like, God has been so good. Like, I don't know. If I never believed in God before, which I do, I believe in this man now. Like, of course, so many amazing, great things happen. Me coming back straight off the plane and getting the key to the city from the mayor, and being declared the ambassador of music in Baltimore, to now about to be working with different recreational centers in Baltimore, and that's just here at home. Like, the day after I was eliminated, I was in Chicago. Jennifer flew me out first class, thanks Jen, to come sing at her event with her family. And then afterwards, she invited me to her home. I held the Grammy and Oscar in my hand.
Ooh.
Wow.
But just to know, like, you see this stuff on TV, Jay-Z and Beyonce, and see how these people live it, and just to see that I have access to this stuff now, I'm this close to getting where I need to be. That stuff is motivating and very inspiring. The mayor, when I came back, the mayor said, like, you really inspired the city. And I didn't know, because I'm repping my city where I'm from and just doing what I do, being me, singing, you know. But I didn't know the impact that it had until I came back, and people, parents, and the most thugged out people in life come, and yo, I cried when you did I'm Changing, homie, like. And I'm like, oh, pimp, okay. Because, you know, they come at, it's real life, but they come at us, and yo, son. I'm like, yeah. Because I don't know how I take it. Like, I'm about to scrap in my full fur or something like that. I mean, I don't know. But I love the fact that it's not just African American people. It's people in Brazil. It's people in Costa Rica, Mexico, and all over the world that's reaching out saying, wow, you touched me. You've inspired me. Even when I didn't keep my faith a secret. I said, yeah, I love God. I come with tattoos, curly hair, and everything. And I still love God. And I never thought that I would be a pop soul artist now. But I'm the only contestant in the whole series of the show to make 3 different charts. I made the pop charts, Christian charts, and I make the soul charts.
Fantastic.
And we're 1, 2, 3, top 10 in my charts. Here I am singing these people's songs, and they're under me. DJ Khaled is under me. Beyonce is under me.
How about that?
And like the fact that every song has to be approved. Oh, can you pass me that little man? Every song has to be approved. And just the fact to know that Beyonce knows who I am. Amy Winehouse has gone on to be with the Lord, so she's not here. But everybody who I've sung, they've reached out. Snoop Dogg made a video.
Really?
I'm gonna show you this video when we're gonna break. But Snoop Dogg made a video of him watching the show. Of course, he was smoking now, but that's what he do. But saying congratulations, son. Melba Moore reaches out every day. Shirley Rao, who's an original Dreamgirls, when I did I'm Changing, wanted to come sing at her event, her HIV and AIDS awareness, Simply Singing Divas with Jennifer Holliday, and all these other great people. Donald Lawrence, who's one of the gospel industry empire leaders, hit me up and messaged me personally. John P. Key. Everybody's hit me up, and it's not just like my mind is still like, wow, it's happening so fast. It's just like, wow, I never know. This time last year, I was sitting up there trying to figure out what I wanted to do musically and trying to figure out producers and writers, and now everything is just coming at me left and right, and I didn't even win. Like,
I think it's not that you're just an phenomenal vocalist. I think also you have such a wonderful personality and just contagious. I mean, it's like people gravitate towards you, and I don't think it's a coincidence. I don't think it's odd that you're getting so much support from so many different areas.
Just to build on what she said, like earlier, you said you have to be confident as who you are coming in, otherwise you're going to change, and you saw people change for the worst. And that confidence shines through. It's not arrogance. It's not cockiness. Yeah. It's confidence. Mm-hmm. And that's just, I see that in you so much.
Thank you.
A few days ago, you had a live stream on your site, made an announcement regarding community aspect and charity work. Mm-hmm. And that seems to be a really huge thing to come out of this. It seems like every day on your page you're talking about something in the community and something with charitable functions. Is there anything you want to plug or talk about?
Absolutely. I'll tell you why first.
We're gonna go to break. We'll pick that up when we come back. You guys, don't go anywhere. We got a few more minutes with Davon Fleming. Just a bit outside.
You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
So we were talking about critical thinking. So we definitely believe that critical thinking is one of the first things we need to start implementing. Not just simply being told things, or how about this? We tend to listen to people who get assigned certain positions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that it's truth attached to that because of their position, right? Right. Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons we should be doing some critical thinking.
Yes, I agree. I definitely.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Revolution Music.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now. Join the club that gives you stuff. Hey, thanks! Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right? Radio Loyalty. Click that banner to join now.
Didn't get a chance to tune in last week? Well, here's what you missed on the Artist Exchange radio show.
Being a stage actor, how has that prepared you for comedy?
Oh, man. I think that being a thespian definitely gave me a head start and an advantage over most of the guys.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. We're here chopping it up with Davon, and it's been a blast so far, just like last time, if not a little bit more, because now there's no restrictions.
None.
Right.
Before the break, we were asking Davon about his charitable functions, community efforts, and is there anything that you want to plug or talk about that's going on?
It's a few things I want to plug, but I'll tell you why first. I think that it, and I said this last time, I think it's very important that with the platform given, I always wanted to give back to my community first. And to show them, yeah, you can be in a platform and make it big and have a name and still support your community without just leaving and doing what, you know, a lot of people assume, okay, with this platform, I would have straight moved to LA, which was an option. However, there's much work needed in our community first. So if I could be of assistance and help, which I have been, and I tell y'all know I love y'all and I love my city. I've been
out there.
Oh, yeah.
The whole show.
Yeah.
There's so much work and help that needs to be done here, so I'm definitely going to stay and be a part of that. I didn't look at like being the face of my community. I didn't know I was going to be the face of the community of Baltimore, but it feels amazing. But even with that comes a lot of responsibility. So January 28th at 8 o'clock, I will be singing at this Hope Missions is having an event. They're organizations that are going to help kids in Ghana. So if you guys are here in Baltimore, come down to the Cultural Arts Center. There's a flyer post on my page, social media, Davon Fleming Official, my Instagram, and Davon.
We'll share that.
Please do.
We will.
It's going to be an amazing event. It's a charitable event. They're not like, of course, you give donations, but I only attach myself to people I feel like have integrity. And I'm never looking for opportunity. I'm never looking for something that's just going to make my name big because I have that much it pays, whatever. Like, I need to know that you guys are really helping these people. So I'm only being you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they'll do stuff for face and just for show.
Yes.
And not helping these people. But with the Hope Missions, I've seen the work that they've done. They've been to Ghana and given back and build, you know, different homes for them and giving back to school. But this one is for education, and I'm all for education. So I definitely had to be a part of that. This will be my first event singing since being in Baltimore. So I get to do my original music. It's going to be crazy. I can't wait to sing. It's a red carpet event. Yeah, it's going to be lit. Like, it's going to be litty, and it's for a good cause, so why not have fun and give money? We all spend our money on the Jordans and all this stuff. Mind you, I'm not getting no coin for this. I'm doing this out the kindness of my heart, so get it twisted. Yeah, this is strictly for giving back. We want to give back. So, of course, in our community first, if I can be of help, but why not help people who really need it? People in Ghana and Africa, you know, for education. Not for Jordans, not for sneakers, not for clothes, but these people want education, and we can help. Let's do that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, tell us, how did you come to sing the national anthem for the Ravens on the last game of the season?
They called me and shit. We went to sing. And I said, okay. I mean, realistically, you couldn't tell me. I've been trying to sing at the Ravens or Orioles game since that was a dream of mine. I told him, I said, listen,
really?
Yeah. I wanted to give my good Whitney Star Spangled Banner tribute performance.
Okay.
And I got the chance to do it mixed with my Davon-esque. But like, it's nothing. It's just something about that atmosphere. When that performance changed my life. Even aside from Whitney, just to be able to sing at your city's home, the last game of the year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they lost, but we still love our Ravens.
All day, all day.
Got some explaining to do, but yeah, we love you. You know, but just to have the responsibility to sing in front of all those people, and I'm coming even still. They're giving me the works, and I'm not used to it because it keeps me humble and grounded. Because in my eyes, I'm still regular. I'm still the Davon Fleming I was last year before the show.
Right. Thinking
I can walk the street, but I can't. I can't even go nowhere alone. It ain't safe.
Right.
Even just to know I'm coming in there, saying Mr. Fleming, Green Room, and all this other stuff. It's amazing. But it's more gratifying to know that I paid my dues. I didn't have to sleep with anybody to get this position. I didn't have real life, because in this industry, you got to do a lot of you do some crazy stuff. And because I felt like I was Dorothy or something, and Oz really on this journey or something, because you're exposed to a lot. BeExposedRadio.com, by the way. You're exposed to a lot, and it's kind of like, do you want to do it? You don't want to mess up your chances. Do you want to keep your integrity, or do you want to fall for an opportunity? So I stay prayed up. I stay grounded, because a lot of people have a certain expectancy, even with stuff I did outside the show, commercials or the music video. It's obvious that they're putting the camera on people who look a certain type of way, and you got to have enough professionalism to say, okay, my blessing was the voice. So this other stuff is just additional blessings, but be confident and comfortable that, at least for me, my victory and my
open door was this show called The Voice, not all that other stuff. So don't be sidetracked and don't be fickle by all this other stuff. Keep your eyes on the prize, which is this show. And from that, I have been having meetings from people about Broadway and movies and more commercials. I'm like, Target, you still interested? A little on me? Absolutely. As long as it's money, right? But you know, just to know that these people are actually interested, and I've been open about me coming from the projects, from the hood, living in the hood, and being in Baltimore. And the crazy thing was, everybody who I came in contact with in LA was like, "Wow, is Baltimore really like The Wire?" And that was so unfortunate. I couldn't get mad. I was like, "Hey, yo, bro, for real?"
Right,
but I couldn't do it. It's like, you know, actually, we have a lot of positive things going. I said The Wire, I can't even say shows one aspect of Baltimore because it's fictional. It's the place is real, but the stories are fictional. It's fictional. So. And then they associate with, but even with that, it was great because I got a chance to show light on some of the positive stuff.
Yes.
The fact that even with the Freddie Gray situation, but that was a mess. But even still, by this point, our city was fed up with a lot of stuff was going on. So even still, that became a victory. But there's great people like Little Schooler who was here making it in our city, and people like she was on the rapping show with Jermaine Dupri. I know her name, Lord Jesus, start with the D. She was a rapper. But it's so much positive stuff going on. Absolutely. That's why I'm glad we have the ability now to create Baltimore so you think you can sing in my name. Even if I die, this is going to be in my name. Absolutely. Whereas though everybody in Baltimore can come showcase your talent and not worry about people saying you can't come on just because what you look like or whatever. It's gonna be amazing.
That's all the time that we have for Davon. Davon, before you go, do me a big favor. Shout out to my mom, Miss Wendy.
Miss Wendy, I love you. Please come see me. I love your daughter. She's everything. I already told her she's family. Please come and see me. And while you at it, follow me on social media at Facebook and Instagram at Davon Fleming Official. And I'm open for bookings at Davon Fleming Official at gmail.com. So come on, give me a chance, and I promise you won't be mad.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk Ravens and we're going to talk NFL playoffs. Don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story, adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away.
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait, hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home walk restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside, a radio show on BeExposedRadio.com. Once again, having a great time with Davon Fleming from the NBC's The Voice. That was just as fun as last time, if not more.
Absolutely, man. He is always welcome to come back, and I swear, like, he's got one of the best personalities.
Yes.
I can't get enough of him, man.
Like,
thank you so much, Davon.
Like, the first time we met him, you feel like you just know him forever. Like, he's part of the family, like he said.
So, let's get back into the realm of sports. Let's talk about, let's talk Ravens.
Let's talk about Ravens.
Yeah, let's talk about the Ravens. So, last week, we had a press conference with Coach John Harbaugh. He made some, he made a few comments, some favorable, some unfavorable in the public opinion. The one that to me was most significant is that he said there were going to be no changes as far as the coaching staff was concerned.
Yes.
And, you know, I got to shout out Mr. Fred Alford, admin of the Baltimore Sports Group. Big ups to you. I hope you're enjoying that sunny weather over on the West Coast while we're dealing with this bomb cyclone. But, right. I do a lot of chopping. I chop it up a lot with sports groups on Facebook. And, you know, this kind of made me think of, came up with a segment, should I stay or should I go when it comes to different parts of the front office and the coaching staff because of these controversial comments in press conference done by John Harbaugh. So I figured, you know, I throw out a couple of names, and you, as long as our outsiders, you can give your opinion as to whether this person should stay or this person should go.
Okay.
You know, from the home team. So the first person on my list here is Ozzie Newsome. Ozzie Newsome. Mark, should he stay or should he go? Yes.
I think that's the toughest one in this entire list.
Do you think so?
I think so.
Okay.
Because, you know, as it goes, well, yeah, it is the toughest one. Because as the saying goes, in Ozzie we trust.
Right.
He has in the past had a great track record at drafts. In the last 5-6 years, there's been some more lows than ups. But then you look at like guys like C.J. Mosley. He has had some great people in the drafts, even in the down years. What was I? Oh yeah, he has to stop drafting from Alabama. Like, we know he loves his he loves his alma mater. That's obvious, but You know,
shots fired. What was good?
He tends to draft from there regardless of maybe they always say best person on the board, but maybe best person is if someone from Alabama, he chooses them. Should he stay or should he go? I'm going to go with stay for now. I think this next season is going to be a pivotal, very telling season for the entire coaching staff, front office, players, everything.
Okay, I'm kind of gonna follow along with you on this. You know, I'm gonna let him stay for this upcoming season. Now, you know, and I have screamed about this the whole entire season, like to no end. I was not a fan of his draft selections in this past draft. What I would like to see Ozzie do in the upcoming draft, let's focus on the offensive side of the football. You know, let's not let a wide receiver slip through our fingers. Let's see what's up with improving the offensive line. You know, and, you know, to me, I just feel like if you would just do that, it would make a world of difference. Now, granted, we still got an asshole throwing the football. Okay, we still have Joe Flacco. All right. And you know what? I should have added him to the list. He's not on the list, but I should have added him.
You just made the list.
Right, Bama. Anyway, yeah, you know, I would just like to see him take a different drafting approach. Don't, like you said, you know, he has an affinity for Alabama. Don't do what you think everybody wants you to do. Address the issues.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't do it, get him out of here. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Steve. What are we going to do about Steve? To me, this was the hardest one. Because I don't know what's going on with him.
That's
what do you
that's
think?
not hard at all, because Steve Bisciotti's the owner of the damn team.
Right.
He's not going anywhere.
Right.
A great, oh man, I should have written it down. There's a quote from Bisciotti that I read the other day, and he says something like he didn't get to where he is by just firing people haphazardly. That he's gotten to where he is by hiring the right people and believing in them, and I think that that's a pretty good philosophy to have. He shows faith in his front office and in his coaches,
he does.
And you know, that could go a long way. But like I said, this coming season's pivotal, and what is it, 3 years in a row not making the playoffs, 3 out of the last 4. There was improvement this year over last year, but that has to keep going, the momentum, and we're losing 11 starters. There's 11 starting free agents. So Ozzie, Harbaugh, they really need to bounce back big.
Right. I mean, the pressure is seriously about to be on Ozzie. I feel like, you know, and to you know, keep that kind of, you know, that caliber team that we're used to. I mean, you know, it's going to be a challenge, you know. So, I mean, to me, like you said, Steve's the owner. He's not going to go anywhere unless something drastic happens. So, you know, I really don't think it matters if we want him to stay or he goes. He's going to be here.
Yes.
So, let's move on to the next one. It gets better as we go along. John. Our head coach, John Harbaugh. Mark, should he stay or should he go?
I know we're going to disagree on this one, so I'll just get it right out of the way. I'm a believer in Harbaugh.
Oh, man!
I am. And I'll tell you what, I think about guys like Belichick and people who have a reputation for being, you know, hard asses on their players, and that's Harbaugh. He disenfranchised a lot of players when he first came in. Chris McAllister was someone that was almost like a sacrificial lamb because he didn't buy into Harbaugh, and Harbaugh would just, you know, push him out.
Shots fired. That's what we did.
And I loved McAllister when I moved here.
I did too.
No. When I moved here, I wanted McAllister on this team because he played for the University of Arizona. I watched him play college. I loved the dude, and bam, he's gone.
He gone.
That hurt me.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he was like the badass of the team, too. Like, yo, that hurt Baltimore.
That interception in the Super Bowl? Dude.
Yeah.
So,
come on.
Like I said, I'm a believer in Harbaugh. I think the NFLPA has hampered a lot of these hard-ass coaches as far as what they allow for drills and two-a-days and what practices have pads and what don't. Let the coach. And I think Harbaugh would have a lot more success if he could be more of a hard-ass on the players.
Go ahead.
We'll revisit this in a year, I guess.
Yeah, we
or
will revisit
maybe October, depending on how the team's doing.
All right. So Mark is absolutely correct. He knows his host. We totally different on this. And this is the thing, okay? You say that, you like him because he's a hard ass on his players, and, if you don't get on board with his, stuff, he's going to get you out of there, okay? And I do, I like a little discipline. I like, leadership with a coach. When you are in the right, okay? Yo, it's no secret, okay? Getting rid of Reed, possibly easing Ray Lewis to retirement. There were a lot of players on that defense that were very outspoken about what was going on with the Ravens teams that he got rid of, okay? And what happened when he got rid of these players?
They went downhill.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that you said Reed, because Ed Reed was an amazing player. He's going to go into the College Football Hall of Fame, I just read. But look at his production when he went to the Texans that very next year. And it's easy to say, looking back, that his time was done. And maybe it was smart of the Ravens not to sign him in free agency that year.
There you go, though. There you go. But see, this is the thing, though. We talking about on paper, we talking about stats. I'm talking about the invaluable, intangible. Dude, you cut out the heart and soul of our defense, and we've been booty up. Like we haven't sniffed, smelled, licked the playoff. It's for real. And I don't think it's a coincidence that this happened after you let some of these players go that disagreed with you. To me, shots fired, that's what we do. Being a good leader is also being a good listener, too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And, and then the other thing with me and our current coach is that, everybody is not meant to be a head coach. Every offensive coordinator is not meant. And every defense coordinator, every special team. Coach Harbaugh says stick to special teams. I'm telling you, man. Dude, he does not have the what do you call it, wherewithal to step in and say, look, we need to make some changes on offense. Marty, I know that you're my butt buddy, but I don't know what the fuck we're doing right now. Let shots fired. This is what we do. Let's make some changes. He doesn't have the sense to do that. That's what a coach does. That's what a head coach does. They're supposed to step in and damn it, do the damn thing.
You made me just forget what I was... Oh. You mentioned Ray Lewis. Easing him out on his way to retirement. Dude played 17 seasons.
Yeah.
How much more can he go? And he was injured so much of that last season.
Yeah. I'd have took Ray Lewis till he was on one toe and had one broke. He was out there like this. I'd have took Ray.
Oh, man.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to finish up Should We Stay or Should You Go? And we're also going to have our Who Came Through and Who Was Booty Hump last week, first week of the playoffs. Don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt? What's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Let's rock this jungle.
Woo!
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning.
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great.
And endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing.
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to.
Then what you're going to
this.
do is turn onto Marcy Avenue.
Just broke up
and go past the first
apparently
3 lights and then take the next left.
I don't really
then drive
think
5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat, and apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back. Just a Bit Outside radio show on BeExposedRadio.com. You're checking us out on YouTube, on Facebook, on the TuneIn app, or the Radio Loyalty app. Do us a favor. Click that share button. Give us love. Share the link. Share the love.
Hey, shout out to DJ Delight. Mike, what up, yo? We still rocking to the beats, baby.
Want to give some shout outs for the page. We got Melody and Mike wanting some NCAA football. I guess they didn't tune at the top of the show.
And they Who Dat fans, so they want us to talk about them Gumbo Bamas. We're gonna get to y'all soon enough, in a few minutes, on our look ahead or the playoff schedule.
Want to give a shout out to my mom, Marsha Mosley. She's watching. She says Happy New Year to Just a Bit Outside, everyone here. We got Dr. Wren watching.
What's up, Doc? What up, baby?
I'm not going to promote that show that we were on because that was an interesting night, but definitely check out her show, Salacious Life, on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on Be Exposed Radio. Make sure you check out.
Give us a call if you want, 410-702-5657. We were talking about the Ravens when we left. We were doing the should they stay or should they go?
All right, so I said get John Harbaugh's ass the hell out of here. So we're going to move on to the offensive coordinator, Mark. What do you say? Should he stay or should he go? I think we're going to agree on that.
Oh, I think we're going to agree on this one because I think Marty Morningwig should be out.
Get him out of here!
Gonzo, Dunzo, get the hell out of the building. What I find interesting is even though they said there was not going to be any coaching changes, like obviously he meant firings, they hired a quarterback coach. First time in a couple seasons that they have a quarterback coach. They got James Urban, who I think was on the Bengals staff.
That's correct.
And then they promoted Greg Roman to assistant head coach.
Yes.
Isn't Roman an offensive coach? He was, what was he before?
I think he was.
Yeah. And now he's assistant head coach. So you got to figure, is he taking over for Morningwig?
Grooming them to get him out of get the Harbaugh out of here. So I'm anti-Marty. Okay, I don't like the game plans. I don't like the way the offense is moving. I feel like there's never any consistencies. Sometimes we would roll with Alex Collins. Other times we wouldn't. When I feel like our offense should roll through the running backs.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I know we did have like a few injuries and things like that we were dealing with. But ultimately, you know, the fact that you are the head coach's homeboy is not enough for you to stay with me. I don't give a damn what you say. Seriously.
Yeah, and that goes to what I was saying earlier about Bisciotti saying, like, you know, he didn't get where he is, hiring and firing people at will. But when someone isn't performing, then maybe it is time for change. And Morningwig, it's funny because their history with offensive coordinators has been so spotty.
Right.
Look at the Super Bowl season. Cam Cameron, like, he got canned in December.
Right.
And then maybe they should have canned Morningwig in December.
Right, but we won though. We won though. So, alright, so I guess that does it for should I stay or should I go. You guys are more than welcome to continue to comment on that as the show goes along. Okay, so now here's from one of our favorite segments of the show. And I am so happy to announce that we have our first sponsor. Yes, I'm gonna hit the bell on that. We got our first sponsor. So who came through and who is Booty Hub is been brought to you by Natasha's Just Brittle online candy store. She is currently doing pre-orders for Valentine's Day. She's got some specials going on for you. And also, you guys, send a few dollars her way. She's got a GoFundMe page set up. Check out her page on Facebook, Natasha's Just Brittle online candy store.
And she's in Whole Foods.
That's right. And check her out in Whole Foods. Thank you, dog.
And my son in today, even he said he wants to get some brittle. So I was like, you know, maybe we'll roll up to Whole Foods and get some of that because he loved it.
Yeah, that joint is bomb. That joint is bomb.
Oh, yeah.
Who you got for who came through?
Who came through? I have. I mean, obviously it was a weekend with 4 games.
Yeah.
You kind of look at everything going on.
Sure.
I actually went with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Blake Bortles. Bortles played like shit in December, and he actually turned it around and came through. And
they're gonna get their asses whipped next game. I'm sorry.
They beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh earlier this season.
Oh.
And you know it's the Steelers, so of course we want them to win. But Blake Bortles, he did really well. He looked like a champion out there playing, and that's what you want your quarterback to be in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
So that's who came through on my side.
Okay, who I had for my came through, Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota was balling yesterday. First of all, I don't think anybody besides Randy Moss was thinking that the Tennessee Titans were going to win. I was watching ESPN yesterday, and I was watching, and the whole panel took KC, and he was like the only one. And also too, like he was like 15-2 on picks.
Wow.
This season. So listen to Randy Moss. Put your money on whatever the hell Randy Moss says. But man, Marcus, he balled out. I don't know if you watched the game or had seen the play where he caught his own deflected pass, ran that joker in, dove for the touchdown. I mean, it gets no better than that. And I'm telling you, if you were watching this game, that was a game changer.
Yes.
That was a momentum changer. And I'm telling you, when that motherfucking dove and hit the goalpost, it was over for the Chiefs. I don't even think they knew it yet. Seriously, it was over for the Chiefs.
And that was a good game. I think every game this weekend was good.
It was. It was.
But yes, that was a pivotal moment in the game.
Woo!
Absolutely.
I can't stop. Woo! Yeah, so, hey, look, Marcus Mariota, you are the man. You came through for your squad. And y'all in the playoffs. God, jeez, after what happened last season, like, yo, I know they tap dancing in Tennessee. All right, who is Booty Huff?
Booty Huff, I'm going to go with the LA Rams.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley had 100 yards on the ground, 14 carries. He probably could have carried it a lot more than that. Goff actually performed pretty well, but they just could not keep up with the Falcons. And I'll tell you what, the Falcons, they look so amazing that they're 3-point favorites in Philly next week.
ATL flexing. You can never count them out, yo.
I believe I did pick them for the Super Bowl at the beginning of the season.
We'll have to go back and check that.
Yeah. No, because I'm still rooting for Philly in that game. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Because I do like Philly all season long. But, I mean, go ETL, I guess. They look good.
Yeah, they did. All right, who I am going to pick for Booty Huff, I am going with Kansas City Chiefs, yo.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, like, yo, you had one of the best, to me, outside of the Pittsburgh Steelers, wide receiver, running back tandems in the NFL. You know, you won the game with a balanced attack. Y'all did not do that shit yesterday. Outside of Alex Smith, they only carried the ball 15 times, as opposed to them throwing the ball like almost 30 times. It was horrendous. You suck. You should have did better. We'll see you next season. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk about the playoffs, look ahead. We're also going to talk a little NBA. Are you ready to take the Raptors seriously? Watch out for the Wizards. Just a bit outside. Mark, Kescia, championship night, baby.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education, brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your Just a Bit Outside crew and feel the power. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
My man.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. Let's see. It is 0-0 in the national championship game, first quarter. Bama looking like they're driving down. They're inside the 20. Let's see. It's 4th down, so they're probably going to kick a field goal, is my guess. 4th and 13.
Okay. All right, so there you have it. It's still fairly early, no score yet. And we'll give you one more update before the night is out. Now, keeping up in the spirit of football, NFL, and playoffs, let's go ahead and talk about these divisional rounds. I guess we'll just do like a quick little round robin on each matchup. There's only 4 games.
Yeah.
Just make it nice and sweet. First game is Saturday against the Falcons and the Eagles. And like you said, Falcons are 3-point favorites. And,
Yeah.
you know, I like that shit. I like it all day long. I do.
I think.
I do.
Oh, wait. Are you going to be easy money that day, though?
Oh, man, the money has been hard the past couple weeks. I don't even want. I feel like I be jinxing myself when I say it.
Obviously, the biggest variable in this game is Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Hope the week layoff has done him well. That that first game that he came in after Wentz went down, he got 4 touchdowns. He looked like a beast, and then he's been kind of mediocre ever since.
Yeah.
Hope that week has done him justice, and that they do well. My desire is to go with the Eagles. My money, if I was a betting man, would go with the Falcons. So I'm going to say Falcons win that one.
You know, I mean, honestly, what I think is going to come down to, I do not think that the Eagles are going to be able to keep up with Atlanta's offense.
It's so fast.
Yeah, point blank. And like you said, I mean, Foles has been doing a good job by hanging on by a thread. And I think this might be the end of the road for them. Because, like you said, Atlanta was looking good last week, clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, and it's a shame because Wentz is still looking like the MVP choice. So
right, people are still talking about him.
He still has more touchdowns or yards or something like that. Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah. So we both agree on the Atlanta Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Okay, next.
Yeah,
the next game, 8:00 on Saturday night. We got the Titans at the Patriots. Hey Marcus, you had a great run, bub. You had a great run, bub.
Are they going to play that sound closing time for him?
Let me say, closing time. Time for the Titans to go home and fish. Thanks, Eric. Forget you, man.
At least it's that one, not the nasty hit one.
Right.
Not the day.
All right.
Yeah,
so
we're in agreement on that one. Patriots.
Yeah, I don't even think we need to really talk about that. I mean, by some great football miracle that the Titans win this game, I don't care. Trouble in paradise, all that drama, which I personally think is a lot of BS. Patriots should be able to win that game easily.
Okay.
Now, these are the games. To me, these are the exciting games. Okay? We got the Jags at the Steelers, 1:00 on Sunday. Who do you got?
The Steelers are they're the Steelers. They're like the Patriots. They're always there. They're running all cylinders. The Jaguars, again, just like the Eagles, it depends on which quarterback shows up. You got Blake Bortles who played in December, or you got Blake Bortles that played this past weekend. If it's Blake from December, they're going to get their asses whooped on. But Jaguars did beat the Steelers at home this year. So, smart money says Steelers. I'm gonna go with the Steelers, even though I don't want to.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a case of where the intangible of experience comes into play. Okay,
Yes.
So you have an inexperienced quarterback in the postseason with Blake Bortles. You have a rookie running back. This is a new thing for everybody. Whereas with the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is just business as usual. They're also another team that, I just said a few minutes ago, complete balanced attack. With AB back there, he's salivating. Everybody's all rested up. Then you got Bell ready to run down their throats. Saxonville has an amazing defense. I will not take anything away from what they've done this season. But they are up for one hell of a challenge.
Yes.
Because playoff football, and, is one thing. Playoff football on the road is another thing. And it's going to be very tough to go up there and take one from Heinz Field.
In January in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, and then right. You was just home, playing under the sun. You about to get your ass whipped. You about to be hit with what the hell is that thing called? The B cyclone?
Cyclone
I'm
bomb.
calling it the B cyclone, the Hawk cyclone. You about to have a taste of the Hawk on your behind. And, and to me, that makes a difference as well. Yes, it makes a difference. So, are we both in agreement with the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Steelers, yep.
All right. So we 3 for 3 on agreements. I like it. I like when this happens. Okay. Last
the viewers
game,
don't. They want us to argue.
I know, right? Last game is the New Orleans Saints at the Minnesota Vikings. We got the gumbo hoes going on the road to the tundra, cold, but they're going to be inside, right?
Inside, Minnesota.
Yeah, they're lucky. They like the dome life in NO.
Both teams are dome teams.
Yeah, as I said, they like the dome life in NO, so they should be happy about that. Who do you think is going to walk away with that one? I mean, the Minnesota Vikings are 4-point favorites to open up.
Are they?
Yes, they are.
I'm kind of surprised by that.
I am not.
Minnesota is where they're playing the Super Bowl this year, right? That big new fancy glass structure.
Stadium. Yeah, yes, sir. What it is?
Drew Brees has looked like rejuvenated, reinvented, a young man again.
Absolutely.
I didn't think the Saints would do very well this year, and I think they've blown expectations out of the water all over the place.
Absolutely. I mean, they're saying MVP is talks of that,
absolutely.
Right?
On the other side, you got Case Keenum, who did very well. He definitely blew expectations for him out of the water, too, in that he wasn't even supposed to be starting there.
Mm-hmm.
But Breeze is tried and true and proven in the playoffs. I'm going to go Saints on this.
Are you really? Oh, shit. We finally going to disagree. And this is my thing. Okay. I watched the game last week with Carolina Panthers. Yes. And, when you watch these games, it's like you're automatically thinking ahead. Right? And you're thinking ahead of the next matchup. Right? Now, the one thing that, along with an upgrade in defense, when you're dealing with the Minnesota Vikings, you actually have an offense that you're going to have to deal with. I felt like, watching the game with Carolina, hell, they struggled to score a single touchdown the whole game. You're not going to get that with Minnesota. One, because you have a defense that's going to get that other team off the field and give their offense a chance. And two, you got weapons. You know what I'm saying? You got Kyle Rudolph. You got what is it, Thielen? What's that guy's name? Thielen, Adam Thielen, something like that.
Yeah.
Right. And you got a run game. So, that's something that they are going to have to deal with, the Saints, that they didn't necessarily see last week. And then also you got that home field advantage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna go with Minnesota on here on this one because I feel like, they have a better offense than the Carolina Panthers. And, the defense is making moves. And if the key to me, the key is, which I think Carolina pretty much did in the first half, was limiting Kamara and Ingram. Okay. The first half, and it was like, of course they pretty much trailed the whole game, but it was within reach. You know what I'm saying? Like if Carolina was able to score one touchdown, they would have been right in there. But they had limited. I believe in the first half, wasn't
it 21-9 going to half?
Yeah, something like that. And both Kamara and Ingram at the time had less than 50 yards. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is something that I think Minnesota can do. You know what I mean? If they can get around to limiting those two guys, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because ultimately you're not going to be able to stop them. But if you can contain them, you got a damn good shot at beating this football team. So I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings on that.
On the flip side, though, I could say they scored 21 before the first half with those guys limited. So the Saints do have the ability to score when their guys are down.
I mean, and you know, we never questioned the Saints' offense.
Yeah.
We never questioned Drew Brees. You know, and with one of the best rookie running backs in the league with Kamara right now, I mean, you don't question that. But you know, you fit to look at a real defense this weekend. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So let's keep it moving. With the few minutes that we have left, I do want to talk about the NBA, man. Seriously, when this whole NFL thing is over with, said and done, man, we're gonna have so much fun with the NBA, man. Like, I mean, it's so much stuff going on right now. But what I do want to talk about and give props to is the Toronto Raptors and DeMar DeRozan. Mark, let me ask you: did you believe in the North?
Are you asking if I believe Toronto would be where they are now?
Yeah. Or and if you believe that they can make that push.
They're in second place in the East.
Right.
Cleveland is in third. LeBron James is led. Cleveland Cavaliers is in third. I think Toronto, we're going to have to see where it is at the end of the season, obviously. But I don't think anyone expected them to be in a playoff position. Yeah. It's a great story. I want to see what happens, but they are tearing it up. 27-10. That's not a fluke. It's getting into all-star voting, all-star games next month.
Yep.
I think DeRozan's going to be there for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Toronto's for real.
I mean, DeRozan kicked off the 2018 season with a 50-point game and phenomenal performance, which, you know, turned a lot of heads nationally and kind of said, you know, it kind of made people say, well, whoa. You know, like Toronto, they trying to do a little something. And I think that, you know, while we did not have them in our top three at the beginning of the season, you know, it's definitely a time for us to start taking notice of what's going on up there, you know. And DeRozan, you know, to me, and the Raptors in general, I struggle with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to like them, but I just don't believe in them yet. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, you know, hey, you know, say what you like, but what?
Cavaliers 24, Timberwolves 45 right now.
See that? And see, this is what I'm about to talk about. Yo, I think we should all start to take the Toronto Raptors seriously, because from here until May, that top three, that top five is going to change like out of control. I still don't think Cleveland has a handle on what's going on out there.
Yeah.
You know, I believe they're still limiting IT. I don't know how long that's going to happen. And then, you know, we also have the Washington Wizards, who to me is starting to hit their stride a little bit. You know what I mean? They're starting to become the team that we both talked about at the beginning of the season. So, you know, you guys, outsiders, don't discredit the Toronto Raptors. I believe that they are the real deal. I do know that they have a history of tanking it in the playoffs. Lord help me. Lord help Toronto. But I think this go around, they got a good shot. The situation is different. Teams are different. Things wide open.
You know, a team that surprised me too in the East Coast, Miami.
Yes.
I don't even think they were in the top 8 for a playoff contention when we went to break, and here they're in 5th place now in the East. I think the East Coast, the Eastern Conference is really looking to turn things around again. Cleveland is definitely not going to be the top of the mountain, and you have these hungry teams like the Wizards, the Celtics, Raptors, and they're going to try to knock them off and be the representative going into the finals.
Really quickly, I want to shout out Kathy Processor of the AFC North biggest bully trash talk sports group. What up, girl? I see you, and I'll be chopping it up with y'all real soon. Thanks for coming through. So let's get back to the Washington Wizards.
Okay.
Like I said, they're making moves. They're starting to get to where we thought they would be. To me, well, let me ask you, what's one of the things that you've noticed, or like what has been a takeaway for you with the Washington Wizards with their play as of late?
Well, for one, they're winning.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
When we went to break, who the hell was it? Paul Wall? No, not. Yeah, was he the one that got injured? Shit. They had a major injury on their starters, but he was only out a couple weeks.
John Wall.
John Wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they stayed the course. They didn't make any major changes. They were playing around his injury, and they kept on winning. And I think that's something that they got to do. They got to stick to their game plan, and that's what they've been doing. And they are moving their way up, and as they get healthier, they're gonna keep on doing what they're doing.
Absolutely. They've also been dealing with their share of the injury bug as well. It's been hard for them to get the backcourt to stay on the court at the same time. And we say time and time again, Washington Wizards have one of the best backcourts in the league, hands down. I still believe in that. Hey, you guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to wrap up this NBA talk, and we're going to give you one final update on tonight's championship game. Yo, shout out to the NCAA bringing K-Dot, Kendrick Lamar, to the halftime show.
Really?
How about the college halftime show is better than the NFL? Because I don't know what the hell's going on with Justin Timberlake. Justin been outside, so he'll go anywhere. Did you see that robot?
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Let's rock this jungle.
Woo!
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning!
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great!
And endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing!
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to
Then what you're
going
to do is turn onto Marcy Avenue.
Just broke up,
and go past the first
apparently
3
she's
lights,
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
then
think
drive 5
she's
more
happy,
blocks,
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
What up? Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. Dude, it's gone by so fast tonight. I can't believe it. NCAA football, it is still 0-0. Georgia and Alabama, first quarter, wrapping up, about 3 minutes left in the first. So that's what's going on there right now. Tonight's been a crazy night. We had Davon Fleming from The Voice. Talked some NFL, some NBA, some Ravens. And it's going by. It's almost over.
And even though the show is about to be over, you guys, please continue to comment on who should stay and who should go. I want to keep that thing going. I'm very interested to see what you guys, what the outsiders think about that. When we left off, we were talking about the NBA. We were talking about the Washington Wizards. You know, Mark has just really been impressed with the backcourt and how they've, you know, managed to pull things together and start playing at an all-star level. To me, my big takeaway, my big, thing that I've really been paying attention to is Kelly Oubre Jr. He's been playing really well. You know, I've been saying since the beginning of the season, I really like him and the way he fits into the Wizards offense. I think Scotty Brooks is starting to visualize what he wants the team to be, because I felt like we didn't really know what the hell, for a long time, what was going on with the Wizards, what they were trying to do. But I think Scott Brooks got a better idea of what he wants to do now with the team, and it's starting to show. So we'll continue to be on the lookout for the home team and continue to root them on. Jimmy and I got tickets to go check them out.
Really?
To see, to go see my boy Russell Westbrook. So we'll be taking the Outsiders live when we get down to DC to watch that game at the end of the month. Very excited about that. Okay, so in the last few minutes, you guys, we always like to end our show on a good note. 2018 is no different. So our feel-good story of the week, and it comes to much of the chagrin of the Baltimore Ravens and the Baltimore Ravens fan base.
It's bittersweet.
Yeah, go for it, Mark.
So as we all know, the Ravens lost to the Bengals in the last week of the season. That loss enabled the Bills to go into the playoffs, which they totally bungled this past weekend. Yeah. But a good thing to come out of it, Andy Dalton has a foundation, him and his wife, and they do a lot. They do a lot in Cincinnati, and they do a lot in Dallas as far as helping people. And I should have written down what exactly they do, but they help a lot of people that are in need. And
they're going to do something with the kids.
Well, there's like kids, and then
Yeah.
I think homeless people and everything too.
Yeah.
It's one of these foundations that you feel good about. And when the Bills fans from a different organization, saw their team get it to the postseason for the first time in 17 years, I think.
Yep, 17.
The Bills fans gathered around and put together $265,000 donated to the Andy Dalton Foundation.
I think what happened, I think what happened was a couple of fans started to donate in increments of $17, the significance of the 17-year drought of going to the postseason.
And they shouted him out on Twitter, said, hey, we're going to donate to your foundation, and it just kind of snowballed and kept on becoming bigger and bigger until $17 at a time became $265,000. And that's a lot of money that's going to go to help a lot of people.
Yeah, so shout out to the folks in Buffalo, shout out to the folks in Cincinnati, even though it was at the expense of the Baltimore Ravens and, pretty much, rub salt in the playoff wound. It was a really beautiful act, amongst two teams that, are in the AFC and compete against each other.
Yeah.
It's cool to see that type of support. So, how much time we got left, Eric? 2 minutes? Really? Okay. All right. So, in the final 2 minutes, I guess that's what we're going to talk about. Since we're in 2018, we got a lot of good stuff coming up for you guys this season. Last season was awesome. This season is going to be epic. Just a few things to let you know we got coming down the pipe for you guys. We're going to start doing a new thing this year with Just a Bit Outside. The last Monday of the month, we will be, it was my phone, right. We will be hosting an all-women's panel which I am very excited about, believe it or not, which, I think is kind of funny. It tickles me a little bit, but I believe over 50% of our viewers and fans are women.
Really?
I think it's 60-some%. Right. I think that's awesome. I don't know if it has anything to do with me being so awesome.
We're also big in the Philippines.
Right. We got this huge following in the Philippines right now. I don't know how the hell that happens, because we don't know how to speak any of that. But shout out to the group in the Philippines that likes watching us and likes all of our show posts and makes all the comments that I have to translate. You guys, they're so much fun. Thank you so much for liking the show. Just a bit outside. We're big in the Philippines. Huge. So
really huge.
So you guys be on the lookout for the women's panel, and so we have some awesome guests lined up for you this season. This is the second rodeo for us, so we out there now. People know who we are. We're looking to have a great year with you guys, 2018. Just a bit outside. Mark, Kescia, my dude Eric behind the glass, engineering that shit. Mike, DJ Delight, all the music and everything. You know how we end the show. Baltimore, spread love, yo. Get this. Oh, pressure's on. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Come on, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at Discover